We are live here on the Get to Know America channel for the very first time ever. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. Guys, we're here on the Renaissance Man show / Get to Know America channel. Holy cow, guys. Yeah, we're going to see if this works out tonight, guys, just to show up over here for a few minutes, finish up the show. I'm going to give it a like myself. If you can, share this with anybody you may have out there. I'm going to play a few more songs for you. And remember, Get to Know America is a really awesome thing that we did start about a month and a half ago. I'll give you the overview of what it is. So basically, I go to a new town and I meet with the people from that town. I meet with some of the residents, have a conversation with some business owners. And then I go to the Historic Society and I have these conversations with the, curators of these museums, and the amount of history that's right under my feet that I never even considered before. It's amazing. It's what I really am kind of jazzed about, really, to be honest. But we have to figure out how to get a spotlight on Get to Know America. We have to get people who are coming over here and watching these episodes and saying, that's cool. I want you to come to Louisville and do one of those, So yeah, you could freely drop your F-bombs any time you want, Stacy. This is the Get to Know America channel, and if there's a place where an F-bomb was freaking introduced and brought to the surface and made into something special, it was here in America. It's a German word, I believe. Farken, And if you were Maroney back in the Johnny Dangerously movie, yeah. Then you were doing a Fargan Isol deal, Oh, goodness. So we're here. We're doing it, guys, over on the Get to Know America channel. I haven't dropped an episode in a while, and that is intentional. I just haven't had the time, but I do want to see how you guys are feeling about the Get to Know America channel and the episodes that are out there. I may play you a few minutes of one just so you guys have a feel. And since this is live on Get to Know America, we should probably play at least something from the channel, Let's do this. I'm going to bring you guys on with me. Zabrowski, you mind? He came back out for this woohoo, guys. And by the way, this is not going to be a super late show because we already did 2 hours plus. But I do want to see, is anybody else going to join us right now from outside? And if you do come here and you walk into this feed, let us know if YouTube shared the show with you. If you're like, hey, what's this? And you came in. If you're a what's this and you came in guy or girl, say something in the freaking chat. Okay, longest running daily variety show on planet Earth. And we haven't had any help from the dicks at the tube. You know what I mean? Texas lady in the house. There she is. I'm loving it. So bottom line, we're getting a woohoo in a couple seconds here, guys. Let's do it. Something to live for. And you can even, pick that song too. I'll send it to you. Zabrowski, we got a freaking woohoo. Woohoo! Thank you, buddy. Thanks for coming back out for that, by the way. You're a good guy. Sometimes he's a good guy, and that's the stuff you want to live with. I got to drop this again because this didn't get any views. I don't know why. I freaking met a veteran. He said no more wars, and it didn't get any views. Bunch of chooches out there, So, let me play you something here. Just so you have a feel of what we're doing here for Get to Know America. Wow, this has 238 views. That's actually more than most of my content gets here on the other channel. So, I should be thrilled with that. Let's pop this on real quick and see if you guys know. Get a little piece of the Get to Know America channel. Check this out. No, Zabrowski's been trying to get a date with, Joanne's been trying to get a date with Zabrowski for years now, but he doesn't even look at her when he walks by. He can't stand the wheeze.
George Miller's first movie since Fury Road is a wish come true.
Yeah. Oh, your wheeze sounds amazing, Joanne.
So I guess that's confirming the sale of the slave to David Lambert, which is one of the earliest settlers in Wilton.
Surprised they didn't cancel that. And everything got canceled. That's part of the reason why this show exists. I think history needs to at least be acknowledged, even when things weren't done correctly. That's why we learn from our history so we don't do the same things in the future, you know? And I worry about that. And I think that's why we have to preserve our history and talk about the ugly parts of our history too, so people understand where we went wrong and how we learned from those mistakes.
That's
And then
exactly right.
There were old horse stables dating back to the colonial era that were back there, and we didn't have like a preservation institution in Wilton to protect those buildings, and they ended up getting torn down.
Oh no.
So that was like kind of what inspired like the first people from Wilton Historical to try to like
Preserve.
right, exactly.
Yeah, it's almost like we were talking about with just even canceling anything from the history. Just like one thing was taken away and you have a photo that shows it. And now it's like, look, this is the reason why we exist. Because you've got to preserve all history. You can't get rid of things that you don't like. You let it all there because then you can tell your kids what we did as a country 200, 300 years ago can't be on us, you know, but we need to learn from our mistakes. And I fear a world, I have young kids where they would say, oh, I didn't know that we did that horrible atrocity to the Indians or to African Americans or whatever it is. We need to understand how cruel people were 300 years ago. And that's how we learn to never do it again. That's what we call facts right there, and also get to know freaking America. You know what I mean? Some people are wondering. They're like, what is get to know America? It's freaking truth hitting you in the face. You know what I mean? All of a sudden you get hit in the face with truth. Oh, good for me. Truth in the freaking face. You're doing it. You're doing it. You know, there was a little thing here. I think the ending to this was so good. And it was up and down. This is what led me to do the show called Get to Know America. I'll be with you with a new one every day. From my new place, meeting people. So when I first did this idea, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but
So I guess that's confirming the sale of the
I'm going to fast forward this real quick. Check this out. Get to know. So over here, I went to this place. You'll see. Check this out. Puzzle here in New Canaan, Connecticut. All right, guys, so that's New Canaan for you. Last stop, my office here. Well, I have a few more things to show you. Let's go for a ride. Guys, I'm pulling into Grace Farms. I've never been here before. This is a gem here in New Canaan. This is land that was donated, open space. They have an architectural masterpiece here that we're gonna see. Can't wait to get down. I've never been here before, guys. Grace Farms, New Canaan, Connecticut. This is the final stop on our tour. Every day from my new place, meeting people along the way. Get to know America. Get to know America. We have some conversations at Grace Farms. Who's ready?
To what the river building is, but certainly enjoy it for your own.
Yeah, well, I won't bother anybody at all. If anybody asks me a question, I'll talk to them, but I'm not going to bother anybody. Just want to show some of the detail.
Grace Farms planned. It's not one of our activities, so we don't want to be liable for someone that comes on site and they're doing their own thing.
I hear you.
All right, so just certainly enjoy the property, but if it is any of that where you have to disrupt someone without their nature of wanting to be disrupted, we prefer that you do not do that.
That sounds fine to me. As a positivity guy, I want people to find their peace. Good. That's what I'm here to do every day. I appreciate you. All right, guys, I'm here at Grace Farms right now. This is an amazing, quiet space that's been created for the town of New Canaan. And people from all over the world have visited this place because of this architectural gem here. I'm going to go from higher up and show it to you, see if we can get some good views. Take a look at this building and how it's basically designed like a snake. And it works its way down the mountainside, all the way to the bottom. We're gonna go up to the top and see if we can get a good view of it. Here we go. Just a quick stop here to show you some of this design from underneath the canopy. It's pretty amazing, right? Now, Grace Farm also has its own private library. Wrapped around this glass here. I mean, I'm not sure if you're able to see the depth of detail like I can, but camera only shows you so much. Hi, how are you? Good. What a beautiful place. I'm Mark Pires. How you doing? Yeah, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I am the host of the longest running variety show on earth,
Oh my.
and I'm doing a new show called Get to Know America. And I just did all of New Canaan, and I said, I think I have to put Grace Farms in there, you know?
Oh.
And so I already spoke to someone. She said, just leave everybody alone and just do your thing. So I was just going to quickly take a quick shot of this to show it off, so people who are interested in New Canaan know about it.
Okay.
And that's it, just from
my
my.
managers to make
Oh
sure
yeah, that's
that
fine.
they-
No problem. Yeah, I mean, I just set the camera and just show it off, and then I'd be out of here. And that's it.
Yeah, I know they don't are a professional.
Yeah, this wouldn't be. I don't get paid. It's just I've been live for 1,250 days in a row, and it's a positivity platform. And just about 4 days ago, I decided to do this with the towns called Get to Know America. I did Westport, Fairfield, and I'm actually a realtor here in town. So I was like, I got to get New Canaan out of the way, you know. So I went to downtown and interviewed a bunch of people. I was hoping for that, but then I understood that you guys don't do that here. And she said you could film your stuff, but just don't ask people anything. They're here for peace and quietness. I get that. I just literally.
Do you know who you spoke with? I guess.
Yes. Her name was started with an S. Sabrina.
Santana. Maybe?
Santana. Yeah.
Okay.
We had a nice
Just give her quick
conversation.
coffee, sure.
Yeah, for sure. She said, "Don't go on the stage." I said, "No problem."
Right. Yeah. That's usually.
Yeah, I saw the signs too. She goes, "You'll see the signs." This is amazing. This location here is where people have their services. See the glass all over the place here. All right, guys, final stop here at Grace Farms. This unbelievable sanctuary space. They have events here and live music and speakers, as well as Grace Farms Community Church, which is every Sunday. If you are looking for a place to get away from it all, besides my show, Renaissance Man, come on down to Grace Farms in New Canaan, Connecticut. So that's it here from Grace Farms in New Canaan, Connecticut. If you haven't followed yet, make sure you do. I'll be hitting a different town every day, meeting people along the way, and hopefully we can get a little closer as we get to know America.
Do the show. Get to know
I love that line. I gotta start using that as like the tagline of every single Get to Know America. And hopefully we can get a little closer as we get to know America. I like that. So that led me to doing the real in Connecticut. deal. It's Mark. Like this right here. I don't know if I want to show which one I want to show you, to be honest. I may play you a full episode. Because that was what the pilot. And that pilot led me to, okay, we can't do it vertical. It has to be 16:9, cinematic, and let this thing be, you know? So we did Fairfield, we did New Canaan, we did Greenwich, we did Wilton, and you just saw that piece of New Canaan, which I could show you the rest of, but that's a longer one. You know what I'll do is I'm going to put my town on. This is where there's a bit of a ghost story that took place. I'll tell you about after. I may just fast forward to get into a little bit further into this. Let's see. This is called Get to Know Fairfield, Connecticut. Here we go. So I'm here at the Old Post Road Historic District. It's a beautiful day here in Fairfield, Connecticut. It's Mark Pires, and it's Get to Know America.
Get to know America. Get to know America. I'll be with you with a new one every day. From my new place, meeting people on the way. Get to know America. Get to know America.
So I'm here on the green, downtown Fairfield. This is the old town hall, and they have a pop-up park. You guys know whenever there's a pop-up park, we have to go in. See if we can speak to a few people and find out what they love about Fairfield. Let's go.
Get to know America.
This is all for puppies. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. You guys want to be on the show? It's called Get to Know America. It's every Sunday at 8 p.m. Guys, this is Get to Know America. I'm down here on the green, and I met David, Mark Pires.
And
Kelly, Mark Pires. It's a pleasure to meet you both. So tell me, you guys just moved here to Fairfield?
we got married in August 2019 after we graduated, and then we picked up and moved here last year.
That's fantastic. Well, the American dream is about entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
You know, so tell me a little bit about your business.
Yeah, so we are an intro to soccer program for children ages 2 to 8 with a focus on character development. Soccer is the vehicle for us to build children up to grow in confidence and character and things like that. So that's basically what we do.
We need more of that these days. So you moved here from Pennsylvania.
Yep.
What's your favorite thing so far?
I think my favorite thing is the community here, like especially in Fairfield. It's like there's events like this, and there's like Sand Jam, and just all these different events that we've never experienced anything like it. And it's so family oriented and community oriented, and I think that's a really exciting element of living here for us.
Well, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being on the
so
show.
much.
Good time, okay? Best of luck too with soccer shots.
Thank you.
You want to be on, brother?
I'm all set. Thank you, though.
We're cutting them out. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a great day. Are you from Fairfield?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Living here for 2 years.
That works. Do you want to be on my show? So, I'm sorry, what was your name?
A coupon. My name is Sophia. And
Sophia.
with Engage, we design a diverse collection of built-to-last toys and accessories. We specialize in these toys that are made from natural rubbers that are hard to destroy and the dogs absolutely have fun with. We're raffling off some kits. We got some hats out. We're free to take a hat for you.
Oh, no way. Guys, I got an Engage hat. That's so awesome. Thank you so
And,
much.
yeah, so we're here just to kind of put our name out there. We don't work with third-party retailers. We don't work with Amazon or Chewy. We just really work with local companies. Right now, we sell online on our website. We don't have any distributors right now, but we're looking at a few partnerships to have our toys in some local stores.
It's so hard to get anybody to even listen to you, even when you have a great product. So I feel you, and I know what you're doing. I'm proud of you for continuing to keep going. And I believe if you step up every day and you keep that one foot in front of the other, you will get to the right contact eventually. It's all about brand recognition.
Exactly.
Well, I can't thank you enough for your time. Guys, I'm here with Danny, Edgewise Kitchen, and he is sharpening knives. And I was just taken by that. As an entrepreneur myself, seeing somebody here with their own passion, putting it to work, it's really cool to see. So Danny, how long have you been doing this?
Since 2013.
2013. Yeah, on a family level, if you could do something for the people around you, not monetarily, just something to make their lives better.
Have more people grow their own food.
Oh, I love that. So if you had more power than that, you're sitting, say, in the Oval Office or something like that, and you can make a major decision for society or mankind, what would you do?
No more wars.
No more wars.
No more wars.
I love that. A man that's sharpening knives says no more wars.
A veteran of the United States Navy.
And God bless you for that. Thank you so much for answering these questions.
Appreciate it.
And thank you for your service.
To know America.
Burr Homestead, 1790. So I'm here outside of the Burr Homestead. This is a town relic. It's been here since 1790. We all remember the story of Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton having a duel. But right here in downtown Fairfield on Old Post Road, we have his uncle's home, Thaddeus Burr. There's a plaque here. Let's see what it says. Home of Thaddeus and Eunice Denny Burr. Here, Dorothy Quincy and John Hancock, president of the Continental Congress, were married in 1775. Burned by the British in 1779. Rebuilt in 1790. So I'm here at Southport Beach. This is one of 4 beaches here in Fairfield, Connecticut that you can enjoy. And it is absolutely stunning. But we got a lot to see, so let's go. I'm here in Southport Harbor. And as you can see, this is just a favorite spot for people to come read a book, get away from it all. Sit by the water, look at the boats. You know, Fairfield, Connecticut really has it all. So, what else can we find? You ready?
Get to know America.
So, I'm on my way down to downtown Fairfield, and I'm skipping a few things. We're going to come back down over here a little later on. Going in to meet Brenda Kupchik.
On the way. Get to know
Just looking at the second floor. Hello, Kyla.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet
How you doing?
Good.
Pleasure.
I'll get Brenda.
Oh, awesome.
You gotta do it.
I got to do that. So let's back up. Guys, I'm here with Brenda Kupchik. She's the first select woman here in Fairfield, Connecticut. This is Get to Know America, and we're trying to discover what's so amazing about Fairfield, Connecticut. Now, you've been here for 3 generations. I shared with you before, I'm actually father of children who are 5th generation here in Fairfield. So my wife has been here for 4 generations, and so there's a lot to be said about that history. But can you tell us a little about yourself?
Well, I grew up in Fairfield. As you had said, I'm a 3rd generation Fairfielder and never wanted to leave.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people, my son will tease, my husband and I both grew up here, never left. Went to Fairfield U, went to the public schools. He said, you guys are boring. You never left the town. And I said, there really was never any reason to leave the town. The town's great. It has everything you need. It has tons of amenities. We live on the shore. We have great schools. We have lots of good businesses. We have awesome restaurants.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
And it's just a good family community town. So
Absolutely.
there really wasn't any reason to go.
You know, that's interesting you say that. I call it family centric, where I feel like we're focused on making an experience for the families. So if you had to share anything about this town, if you were going to try to hook someone on how great Fairfield is, what would you say?
You feel part of a community when you move into this town. Like you feel welcomed and accepted no matter who you are or what you are, and there is a place for you here. So that to me shows what truly Fairfield is. Fairfield is a very welcoming community and a community that cares about everybody here.
It gets back to the Americana almost, as you start to, the roots of the country come out. You know, some people forget, but when it gets down to it, you hope they'll put all their differences aside and come together when it really matters.
Listen, there's a lot of, I felt like the town psychiatrist during COVID because I sat in that office and talked to people off the ledge because people were upset about everything.
Yeah.
You name it, they were upset about it. People wanted to be heard.
For sure.
They're going through a lot. I mean, it was a tough time for everybody. So,
it was.
You know, like you're saying, mindfulness, you know, making a difference actually, it makes people feel good, right? Why do people volunteer at soup kitchens or with, you know, young people? Or why do they do any of those things?
Exactly.
Because they know it makes a difference, but it also feeds them, right?
For sure.
It makes them feel better. Like they're better people and it feeds their souls.
I'm writing a book called Soulfillment. And it's a philosophy I have that people do things in order to feel better, but it also fills your soul. A barometer that you need to reach is somewhere. And I don't know, like mine is insane, but it's yours. You have to reach a certain amount in order to get to that next level, to elevate your soul. And so soulfillment exists in my mind. And you kept saying the word soul, and so I think we're definitely connecting on that type of concept. But guys, I want to thank Brenda Kupchik for her insights into Fairfield, hearing about your history here and learning more about what's coming, I guess, in the future here. But we wish you the best of luck going forward. And it's been a real pleasure.
It's nice to know you're a Fairfield resident.
Absolutely. By proxy, 5th generation, by proxy.
Awesome.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much. Guys, Get to Know America. Where are we off to next? Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Take care. Nice to meet you too. Have a great weekend. Guys, how awesome was that? Me and Brenda Kupchik, we had a nice conversation about Fairfield and more. I'm not letting you see everything. It was a great conversation, but now we're on our way out. Yet another successful interview on Get to Know America. If you're into nature, look no further. The Connecticut Audubon Society has you covered. Here in Fairfield, they have multiple locations for families to come and enjoy the scenery. Through the entrance of the Roy and Margot Larson Sanctuary, you're treated to 155 acres of peace and serenity. Should we go in? Roy and Margot Larson Wildlife Sanctuary Trail Map. And then you enter the 155-acre trail, which starts here. If you take this railing down, I'm sure we'd open up to a new space. So we're inside the Wildlife Sanctuary, and as you can see, there's multiple paths out here. One of them leads you down to the Rock Ledge Trail, and the other one is Chibokas Trail. I'm not sure if I'm going to walk us much further in. I just wanted you to see that this is extremely scenic. You hear the birds chirping, and this is an amazing place for you to get out and hike right here in Fairfield, Connecticut. So if you take a little walk out, you find yourself here at Farm Pond. Now, this is peaceful. This is Lake Mohegan. It's 170 acres, nature preserve here in Fairfield. There's a sprinkler park here for the kids. They've set this place up amazing. There's actually a snack bar and 2 lifeguards. They have a sea-doo here, but it's actually for the lifeguard. I thought that maybe somebody was just having a good time. But no, they're really set up and ready to go and do what they need to protect lives here. I thought that, the sea-doo was maybe for playing around, but no, it looks like it's for the lifeguards. But guys, there's a 2.2 mile loop over there if you want to bring your dogs out and take a hike. And there's multiple bridges as well as another pond beyond this. So that's Lake Mohegan. We're going to keep moving along. We have a lot to see. Let's keep going. Fairfield Museum and History Center. We're about to go inside and hopefully get some education. I'm here in front of the Fairfield Museum and History Center. And we're going to go inside and see if we can get some information about Fairfield. So I'm hoping we can get somebody on with us in order to fill in the blanks. Let's go. Hello, how are you? Good, my name is Mark Pires. I'm the host of Get to Know America. And I am here today in Fairfield. I just did Wilton on Sunday, Ridgefield the week before. It's every Sunday at 8 p.m. It's a family program, just trying to remind everybody what's amazing about each and every one of these towns, meet some people, and then get through the rich history that we've forgotten. 375 years of the past come to life right here in Fairfield. Wow, this is just amazing. So below my feet is actually a map of the town, but over here you see some old doors. It's like an old map over here. It talks about the way it was basically owned by the Indians. You got old swords on the wall. I'm not sure what that is. Measuring boundaries between different people's lands was very important to the early settlers. We used well-known trees, rocks, and waterways as markers. As time went on, tools like this surveyor's chain and surveyor's compass helped make these measurements more exact. So this is a gravestone right here from 1689. For Fairfield's early settlers, building a meeting house for worship and a place to bury the dead were 2 important parts of creating a community. This gravestone is believed to be for John Wheeler, who died in 1689. When Henry Hyde left England, he brought this Bible with him. This 1608 edition was commonly used by Puritans and Pilgrims as well as William Shakespeare. It was the first to include extensive commentary reflecting the Puritan belief that everyone should study the Bible. Questioning slavery. Fighting for freedom, the colonists' fight for freedom from the British led to new questions about slavery. In the midst of the Revolutionary War, 2 Fairfield slaves, Prime and Prince, appealed to revolutionary ideas about freedom when they petitioned the Connecticut Assembly to end slavery in the state altogether in 1779. The petition was denied, but a few years later in 1784, Connecticut did pass a measure that would gradually bring slavery to an end in the state. I always thought there was no slaves in the North. But remember, this is about discovering and rediscovering history. This is amazing. See, I just love seeing all of the artifacts, all of the historical pieces of history. Josiah Lacey of Fairfield owned this musket assembled from a variety of British, American, and French parts. Essentially a copy of the British Brown Bess. It was made to meet the Connecticut General Assembly specifications as published in the May 12, 1775 issue of Connecticut Gazette. The bayonet and lug have been removed. This dueling pistol was owned by Abraham Gould, who was killed at the Battle of Ridgefield in 1777 at the age of 44. How old I am. The walnut case has an engraved brass plate reading Abraham Gould, 4th Regiment, Connecticut, 1777. Many American men owned such dueling pistols, as dueling was an established way of settling an argument. Letter from Gold Selleck Silliman to Colonel John Ely on June 14, 1780. Patriot leader Gold Selleck Silliman, who was freed in the prisoner exchange with British, wrote this letter to a fellow American prisoner following his release. Many American men. Silliman returned to his family in Fairfield and wrote that he was enjoying the sweets of liberty and freedom, a blessing that I most sincerely wish you and your friends who are still in captivity. Trading with Europeans. The first contact between the Augussit tribes and the European settlers was when the Dutch established a permanent settlement on the Hudson River in 1613. The history here is so much deeper. I'm thinking 1777 is the beginning. You got 150, 160 years before that. There was so much going on here in Fairfield, Connecticut. It's really interesting that I've been here for 15 years and I've never stepped into the museum. It's a very interesting point that she made. And yeah, 15 years and I've never been in here to see all of this amazing history that has been on display. It's not like it just showed up on display today. It's been here and I just never came by. So sad. But I'm here today and let's keep going. Most of us can remember a time when we were digging in the ground and found something that sparked the imagination. Much of our understanding of Native Americans comes from what they left for us to find in the ground. The archaeology of Connecticut Native Americans began in the 1700s, and collecting American artifacts was mostly a hobby until Yale University anthropologists encouraged hobbyists to approach their collecting from a more scientific and professional point of view. Thank you for letting me do a little overview. Now this is an old cemetery. History comes alive in a graveyard. When the town of Fairfield was first laid out in 1639, the land was set aside for a burying ground. Many of its earliest graves are no longer marked. Some headstones are broken, covered by earth, or were used as masonry. The oldest surviving markers are simple, undecorated stones with very little information. Can you find the oldest marked gravestone? It is inscribed 1687 SM and is believed to mark the grave of Samuel Morehouse, who served as county marshal and lieutenant from 1675 to 1687. During the late 1700s and throughout the 1800s, gravestones became more sculptural and biographical. Designs reflected thoughts about death and value placed on an individual's life. Look for elaborate gravestones carved from bluestone and sandstone with weeping willows and cherub-like faces. These are symbols of death, mourning, and eternal life. In everlasting memory of the patriots and soldiers of Fairfield who served in the war of the American Revolution. (1823), 1808. (1795), in memory of Nathan Bulkley, Esquire, who died on April 6th, 1795, in the 76th year of his life. This is our history. This is America. This is Get to Know America. Get to know America. Man, it's just beautiful. Everything here is beautiful. Can't take it away from Fairfield.
I'll be with you with a new one every day. From my new place, meeting people on the way.
Looks like we did it again. Fairfield, Connecticut, the latest entry at Get to Know America. If you have a town or a business you'd like to see featured, on Get to Know America. Shoot us an email below at gettoknowamerica@gmail.com. And make sure you subscribe to hit all notifications and share. I will see you every Sunday on Get to Know America.
Get to know America. Oh, sookie, sookie. So, that is Get to Know America, Get to Know Fairfield, Connecticut, which is my town. Really cool to be able to shoot that. And yeah, you know, a couple of things I saw in the chat. If I go out and do other towns, eventually I'm further and further away from my home for each one of these towns. So that's why I think it has to be something where someone comes along and says, hey, I like what you're doing here. We got your travel costs and this, that, another thing, you know. So right now I'm trying to figure that out. Most of the places I've done are right around me. And I have a couple more that are still right around me I'm working on or haven't started. But just Norwalk I'm working on. I still have to do Stamford. I still have to do Westport. I still have to do then all the other exterior towns. So there's lots of places still to go. But the point is, I just don't have the time to shoot the whole thing and to edit. It's so much fun, though. Like watching it, I was getting kind of nostalgic. Like, man, I got to get back out there and film another. But I got to figure out how to find the time for that. I would say that right now we got 12 awesome people on. I thank you guys for being here with me. Let me see if I can see who's on with me. I'm not sure if I can. Here we go. Anna and Lord Kiss Freak, Pamela, S. Coop, Stacy, and Virgo. Basically, everybody there has a blue wrench except for Stacy. I don't know if Stacy wants one. Stacy, do you want one too? Should we make this the Blue Wrench channel where everybody has a blue wrench? That'd be freaking hilarious. I'm doing it. You know what? This is America. It's freaking America, you know? Like, there was a period of time where Sig was like, you got to keep your, you know, blues down. You don't want to have too many people with a mod. Because then people walk in, they say, look, geez, everybody's got a mod. Yeah, freaky, everybody's got a mod. This is Get to Know America, dude. Deal with it. You know what I mean? Everybody's got a freaking mod. Now, there's a couple of freaking people that are doing the old lurkeroo out there. There we go. MJ in the house. Find the volcano. Maybe we can go live and load up those questions and answers. So where is the volcano in Connecticut? Are you talking about the one at Sleeping Giant? Because I've been up there many times. I didn't know it was a volcano. But I did just do a quick research to see, and it doesn't look like... it doesn't... MJ doesn't want one. But it doesn't look like it's active. I don't know if there was something else. You rock, Stacy. So I'm not sure if there's an active volcano nearby, but I would definitely go and do a live nearby. I bring my drone and shoot a bunch of footage too. So let me know if you hear about that. Guys, it's almost 2 a.m. Yeah, Ron would know. That's a good point. But Anna said something about a volcano in Connecticut. So I'm wondering if she knew about something specifically that she's mentioning. Yeah, Anna, you have my email, my cell. Shoot me a text with it when you can, and I'll look into it. If it's a story I could do, I'll drop it tomorrow. I'll create a new TikTok / YouTube short. Doing lots of shorts here. Vimeo. I don't know how to do Vimeo, but Virgo, 2 things. You could, if you wanted to just have the video to own the video, I can send you that. If you wanted to. Let me see. I'll put this back on the screen. Either Venmo or I think there's a few options here, I think. Let me just go here and check. See what we got over here. We have, if you hit that scan button over there, the QR code, you'll be able to, there's a few different options for donating. And I think if you just put a little, if you send us something over and email at best email address, I will send you over the video track. If you want audio, so you can throw it on an iPad or while you're driving around, listen to it, I'll send you the MP3. So both files, they're, whatever. Just let me know what you need. But yeah, I think in general, this is going to be a way for me at least to get the music right to you guys instead of you having to wait or going somewhere else. Oh, okay. So Venmo, yeah. If you go to Venmo and just send a donation to @RealTalkMark. You could put a list together of one song, how many songs, and send a donation over, and I will email it over to you.
And thank you so much, S-Coop, for sending money over earlier in a donation form. Also, to me, it's considered a donation even if I'm sending you music. MP3 version, perfect, Virgo. I'll send that over. I'm very proud of the music I've written, so it means a lot when you guys do purchase it. So thank you. Thank you very much. And I look forward tomorrow, clearly, when we do this all over again. I'm going to try to get on earlier tomorrow because it's Sunday. Trying to figure out, should we just go live on this channel tomorrow? And just abandon the Get to Know America channel? There's really, the thing I can say is, like, we're at 2 in the morning, we have the same amount of people as we have every day on Renaissance Man, like at 10 o'clock, you know? So I am curious if we go live here tomorrow at 10 o'clock or at 9 o'clock, maybe we'll break 30, 40, 50 people. It would be interesting. It would be very interesting to see. Stacy, you rock. Stacy, did you get your... Oh, Renee. Renee, do you want a wrench too, Renee? We'll go blues across the board. I actually do think, like, what's important is not everybody's going to always be here, but I do need you guys, when you are a wrench, to just make sure when you see someone new come in, say hello to them, let them know that we're here every day, and tell them a little about what we do here, that it's music, it's comedy, it's live inspiration, it's, comedy news, the breaking news of the day, everything, whatever's going on. There's really full variety, full stop ahead here. So if you can, when you see someone new pop in, just give them a little overview. Let them know what we do so they don't run away and say, oh, this is what the show is, because it's definitely not the thing that they came in and saw. That's just one little piece of the insanity that we bring to you every day here. So, until tomorrow, let's see who's on with me. Make sure you say goodnight now if you're here. Anna Treos, Lord Kiss Freak, MJ, Pamela Swan, Renee Woods, S-Coop, Stacy Michaels, and Virgo Psych. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming on over and joining me from the other platform to this one. We proved at least one thing, that we have the same amount of people over here on 105 subscribers as we do at 673 subscribers. So I don't know, maybe we drop shorts over there and we send people here. I don't know. But tomorrow we may go live here. Keep your ears open. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit all notifications on this channel. Go over to the bell and click it, and then where it says on, go above that to all, and you'll be all set. You rock, Renee. I'm going to put Renee on too, because you know what? Renee's already one with us. Guys, seriously, we're going to deal with 9,746. It's funny, where did I go recently where I saw every single person was a mod? I forget what it was, but every person was a mod. And I laughed. It's funny. We're doing it here on the Renaissance Man / Get to Know America channel. Oh, goodness, guys. So we did 42 minutes. So we're about to do 45 minutes, roughly. After doing 2 hours over there. I'm tired as freaking all hell. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Doing it. Tomorrow we do it again. Oh, family and friends. So have an awesome night, and I will see you tomorrow. Until then, it's Get to Know America and Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. You got to go. You got to go away. Till tomorrow, family.